Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the You Betcha Radio podcast. How we doing, boys?
Good.
I had myself quite the 4th of July.
Did you?
It was fun.
Yeah,
and
you look like you got some sun.
Well, yes. And you want to know how you know that I had a great 4th of July?
How? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Fucking Justin Tuck.
Yeah. Just trying to impress the kids a little bit too much. Just held on to the cracker a little too long.
Yep. You just absolutely just squeezed a firecracker right in your hand. You
Well,
fisted a firecracker.
He was trying to.
That's a great band name, actually.
Fisted the
Fisted
firecracker. He was just really trying to figure out how those underwater things work, and he held it a little too long.
Yeah.
You guys were supposed to hate that joke more, so it ended sooner.
We've been dads longer than you, so we love it.
I'm definitely fucking around with underwater fireworks.
Oh, yeah.
Me and my kid will be throwing shit in the water all.
You did it already.
You already did,
Sorry.
Ryan.
Well, I mean, you got a couple.
You need some awareness.
You got a couple days past
on.
4th of July to screw around with it.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For us, you get 5 extra days.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ryan, it actually hurts me that you didn't do the local news interview.
You know, when I did.
So for people that don't know, in Horace, where our office is, this is a new thing this year. Do we know? New thing this year is you got 10 days of fireworks. So we're guessing 5 days before the 4th and 5 days after. And Ryan was at the gas station fueling up on all of his vices. And
fuel.
Yeah. And you got stopped by a local news person to do an interview about it, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. When I pulled up to the pump, it was the pump that was like right in front of where they were standing. And I could tell they were standing on the sidewalk, scoping out people to go ask for an interview. And as I started to turn my wheel, I'm like, oh God, this is not going to go good. And when she I got out of the vehicle and I turned my back immediately just to try and like divert attention away. And I kind of look out of the corner of my eye when I'm paying at the pump. And of course the guy starts walking up. I'm like, oh shit. All right. Okay. How do I tell him no? So he gave me the entire spiel about what's going on in Horace. The news put out a Facebook post and it received all this type of attention and whatever. 2-minute spiel. And he didn't even ask me if I was from Horace. I'm not from Horace, by the way.
Nor do you live there.
Nor do I live there. So I let him go through with it just to get some reps because I could tell he was maybe a little new. And then I had to break the news and say, man, I'm not even from Horace. And he goes, okay. And then he just walked off.
Yeah.
And it was funny because you know the gap between the pump and then there's like a big pole next to it. He didn't just walk back and around. He walked through that little gap. And for some reason, I kind of got it.
It's like when you do an angry storm out during a fight and you storm out of the room, but you still need something that's in the room. So you gotta come back in.
Yeah.
Forgot my keys.
Classic local news though. Yeah, we've been getting a lot of clicks.
I would love to.
We got a hot post on Facebook that we need to investigate.
Yeah, and then I saw the interview. He must found a couple people. I saw the interview on the news that night, and it wasn't even at the gas station. It was at like a residential area, and then I think it was like down the street 3 or 4 blocks. So no one at that gas station was budging.
Missed opportunity, Ryan.
Well, okay, and so when
it could have been so funny. You could have
said your name's Mike Hunt. You could have
done that. You could have. I mean, you could have been like, I think we should have 10 months of fireworks.
And right after I said no, and he started walking away, I thought about you guys immediately.
Yeah, I
you
can't
fucked
even.
it up. I could have had some great content.
Yeah.
I know.
I can't even find this post that blew up.
I can't either. I don't know
nice. Fireworks post. Nice.
Hey,
10 days have passed.
So, but I was like, I don't know. God,
rookie move.
Rookie move by me and rookie move by him.
No, not you did fine. He was going to come up to you regardless, but rookie move by him to not make sure you were relevant to the story first.
I know, but I should have just made myself relevant to the story.
Yeah.
Thinking about you.
Imagine if I would have had some snaps in my truck. And then I could have done a little demonstration and see how many people got pissed off.
I mean, that'd have been local TV gold.
Yeah, but it also would have been at the
Oh, I'm all for it. Actually, check this out.
Let's light one off right here at the gas station.
He wouldn't have stopped.
I just dribbled a little gas on the ground. Here, I got these poppers.
Yeah, they make really great noise when you throw them against a gas can.
Pulls out a Roman candle. You're like, let me show you. You got a lighter on you?
Okay, I'm gonna count to 3, and when I get to 3, I'm gonna start shooting. So you better start running.
Yeah.
You're pointing up in the air and it just hits the canopy over the gas thing and just
Yeah.
rebounding back
Just
down.
What a fucking nightmare
spark
that
umbrella.
would be.
Yeah, so I know, missed opportunity by me, and I definitely thought about it right after I declined, but now I know.
I actually am speaking of Horace local stuff, I'm judging a mustache competition at
Nice.
the fire department this fall.
So this is
Really?
your second time judging a Horace event. Didn't you do a car
I did
show?
a car show. I'm addicted to judging Horace. That's my new reality TV show called Judging Horace.
I like
I
it.
like that.
The one of the guys, one of the firefighters, the guy who comes and does our inspection, he has a phenomenal mustache.
Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Yep, you will be. Quite
Literally.
literally.
I can say that
Quite
now.
literally.
Yeah.
Do you know any other details, like how many participants, like what's the scale? Is it 1 to 10? Is it
I have got no information about
Gotcha.
it.
Do you know if there's criteria that need to be followed, or is it just the mustache you like the most?
I don't know what you guys think I meant by I've got no information.
What to you, Mick?
Yeah, we want to know what's gonna make you.
Well, I don't
choose.
want to skew the competition because they can listen to this and then they can
Oh, that's true.
tailor
I'll
their
believe it.
stash.
We'll
We'll
Just
bleep it
bleep
all
out the whole thing.
Yeah, we can put a gate around anybody that lives in Horace. We'll location. pin it.
I'm not going to be distracted by frills and fanciness.
Mm.
I'm looking for girth and gusto.
You're looking for depth.
I'm looking for girth, gusto, and depth. Yeah, I'm looking for hardiness. You know,
Yeah.
like
You're looking for density.
Tyler could grow his out and do some fucking fancy swirls and shit with it, but it's not as meaty as maybe Jared's would be
No.
if he went for it.
Mm-mm.
That's true.
what
I'm gonna be looking for upper lips,
Yep.
and if I see too many upper lips, it's gonna be questionable.
Okay.
I'm looking for a canopy of some sort.
Hmm.
When is the competition?
September. Again, that's the only information I got.
Okay, so I got about 2.5 months.
You could
You're not
enter.
a Horace resident.
Is it
Oh, the fuck.
is
that's
it
right.
anybody can enter? Is
I've
it
got
like
no information on this.
It's got to be open to the public. I mean, who else would they?
Yeah, I don't think it's just exclusive to firefighters. Maybe it is. I don't know.
It is Prize Picks time of the week. Myles and Jared are in Chicago, so they have sent their codes into us, and we're going to submit a lineup for you that you guys can follow. If you use code YBR, you can get $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't need to win your lineup to receive the $50. It is just guaranteed. And
Also, shout out to anyone who fully faded our hot dog eating contest lineup.
wow.
0 for 4, by
Yeah.
the way.
So shout out to you guys. If you faded us, you're welcome for the free money.
Yeah. I know we're not winning a lot, but we do give you guys great lineups to fade.
Mhm.
And I think that's just as good as winning.
So maybe this week you can fade our Wimbledon lineup because we are elite tennis minds.
Yes, we are.
And I think we got a lot of stuff going for us. My pick is the Joker, Novak Djokovic. More than 4.5 break points won, which I totally know what a break point is. So trust me on this one.
Yeah. No, me too.
Jared, he has no hope for Mira Andreeva. He's going less than 21.5 total games. And Myles has no hope for Jannik Sinner. Jannik Sinner, less than 39.5 total games.
And I'm gonna give you guys an absolute lock for Wimbledon. I'll go Yosuke Watanuki. So that's all we got. That's the 4-person lineup. That's the YBR lineup of the week.
Yeah, so fade us if you want to make some money, or ride with us if you want to share in the pain.
Code YBR.
I would like to say that this was all out of the goodness of my heart and fun, but it is part of a ploy to buy us time
with the
with the inspection.
I gotta get that list checked.
We got a fire inspection. We had a laundry list of stuff, and actually, I think we talked about this. At one point, they were laughing out loud at us, which is always good at your fire inspection. And we haven't started the list, which I know is a surprise to listeners because we usually jump on projects pretty fast.
We've had a good amount of time to get it done.
Yeah, because we're 6 months into this inspection. It's a never-ending inspection, and I figure, I want to do it out of the, for fun. But I also would be lying if I didn't say there was maybe an added benefit that buys us more leeway with the inspection.
I mean, okay,
So if we know the guy that's coming here to doing the inspection, like you said, he has a baller mustache, he wins.
Tyler, why would you say that?
Well, you already admitted that you're doing
if
this.
There is corruption, you don't say there's corruption.
Brian already said he has a great mustache.
I said I'll be the judge of that. Yeah.
Bleep that out. Well, and what we could do is we could just have an HVAC to-do list. So every time the HVAC guys come over, we could just have them do one thing on our fire inspection list, because they'll probably be here another 12 to 15 times.
Yeah, it's like at this point, just have them start doing stuff.
Just fucking bill us double for everything we got on this.
I was just gonna say, do we have enough money to afford 9,000 HVAC trips?
That's true. Let me know if you guys think this is funny. If I, submit my winner to it and it's a woman, is that funny?
Yeah.
It depends on if she knows she has a mustache or not.
Yeah, it would be mean probably if she actually had a little bit of stubble.
Yeah.
But if you just kind of pick a really attractive woman in the stands, that would be kind of funny.
I think you should you do all the
like if I pick Marge to win the mustache competition, probably in bad humor.
Yeah.
Pat.
But if I pick Chanel, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any Chanels in Horace.
I'm
It's not a
sure
very
probably is.
Chanel-y town.
I'm sure there's one.
There's got to be one.
I think you should judge the competition as you are, and then right before you announce the winner, go to the bathroom and shave yourself a mustache,
and then put a crown on my own head.
Declare yourself.
That's actually a really good idea.
You guys all had such good mustaches, I couldn't decide, so I'm the winner.
So I looked in the mirror and I decided it was me.
Yeah, looked in the mirror and I had an epiphany. I'm the only one worthy of this.
If I grew my mustache out for the next 2.5 months, you guys would laugh so hard at me.
Do it.
I would
I'd
love
look
a
like
good
a
laugh.
fuck.
It's been a minute.
But then again, you guys see me damn near every day, so it probably wouldn't be as funny. I'd have to.
You
go
should
on
wear a COVID mask until the
Oh
unveiling.
god, that sucker would get itchy though. I'd have to go on like a 2.5 month hiatus and then come back and present it.
Should do 75 stash.
That's a great idea.
I like that,
that's,
actually.
That's 2.5 months.
Yeah, perfect timing.
And every day you have to comb it twice a day. One of the combing has to be outdoors. You have to read a biography of someone with a famous mustache in history every day.
I wonder who that would be.
I have to hydrate it. I have to hydrate it 12 times a day.
You don't have to do him, Jared.
Well, yeah.
That's not even a full mustache. It doesn't count.
Yeah, it's probably the most famous mustache.
Yeah.
You're right.
Who?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah,
The
you don't
H word.
know him.
Oh no, I can't grow anything
That's
in
good.
that area.
That's good.
That's great news for the podcast.
I have a reverse Hitler as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably have like anywhere between 20 and 30 individual hairs that would at 2.5 months would probably start curling over my top lip.
That's what I'm looking. I'm looking for a lip curler.
You looking for uniqueness?
Like I said, I'm not into the frills. Frills and fancy. I'm into the girth and what was it? Gusto.
Yeah.
Do you know how many participants there are?
He does.
No way.
I realized that I may have revealed this information too early, considering I have no information and this is a podcast. We're supposed to talk about the event. But yeah, I have no information.
Oopsies.
Yeah. So what's going on with the event? I don't know. I've got no information. Well, that sucks because this is a podcast. It's gonna be detrimental though if there's like a potluck beforehand and there's potato salad at the potluck. We're gonna have some dirty stashes up there.
Yeah, or like
True.
milk and cookies for dessert.
Maybe I should. They think it's just gonna be like a guy going up there and like twirling it, whatever, and I like make them do stuff. Like, all right, I want to see how it looks when you drink milk.
Yeah. Or
It's like a physique competition just for mustaches.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Turn it into a Miss USA pageant. They have to like say what they believe in.
Yeah.
Do a
In the
talent.
Yeah.
yeah,
You
you
do a talent.
give them a question.
You ask them what
Mhm.
their 5-year plan
Oh
is.
yeah, there you go. You gotta say, I must ask you a question.
Yes. Oh, I'm using that. That's good. See,
That
this
is a good one,
This
Jared.
is
Good one.
This is good.
And the more we talk, the more information we get.
You know, and I had thought at some point that mustache and beard competitions were dead. You know, like they're pretty hot when beards started becoming like, you know, when the craft beer scene hit
Well,
and everyone started growing craft beer beards.
Yeah.
it's like after the 60s when we didn't have to go to work in our button-up shirt with a clean-shaven face anymore.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So but we're bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
Sounds like it.
So yeah.
I got more questions, but no use asking them.
Yeah, I mean,
Right
it's
now.
got my head spinning though on what other stuff I could judge in
Yeah.
Horace. It's only in Horace. If you think I'm coming to a judge event outside of Horace, you're mistakenly wrong.
Don't ask me.
You got 10,
Don't ask me. I'm loyal to Horace judging.
You've got 10 days to judge fireworks.
Yeah.
You could judge fireworks.
To judge fireworks, you're right.
I think if there's like a garlic bread festival, you would be the first judge.
I would
there.
participate.
What
That'd
if
be a great festival.
What if it's in Harvard?
Oh wait, yeah. I'm judging. Talking about eating. Yeah. I was thinking garlic bread eating contest. Still got 4th of July on the brain.
Yeah.
They do that on Italian Independence Day.
If I'm judging fireworks, I'm just like out in the field and I'm like, oh, I really like that one in that vicinity over there.
It was bright.
Yeah, it was.
Um,
It went up in the sky, it exploded, and it was loud, and I liked that. So, if you just want to drive in that general direction, I'll let you know when to stop.
Just drive towards Orion's belt.
Yeah. Follow the North Star, and when you get to the North Star, hang a left and head to the Big Dipper.
Yeah, you just hope the stars are out that night. You never know.
Yeah, cloudy night.
fucking
Ah,
overcast.
we're fucked. All right, I want you to head to the cloud that looks like a bunny. When you get to the ears, I want you to hang it right.
Talking about 4th of July and garlic toast, you know what would be good is if you made like a piece of Texas toast and you cut it down the middle and then put a hot dog in it.
Mm.
I had brats with
That would be good.
I had
Yeah.
brats with the Hawaiian buns.
Hawaiian
Ooh.
buns
So
are
you
fire.
you know how they stuck together. You
Yep.
leave 2 stuck together, and you cut it down the middle and put a hot dog
I
or
like
a
that.
brat in there.
Oh,
It
God.
was
Chef's kiss.
muy bueno,
Dude, it's
as
about
they would say on Cinco de Mayo.
it's about fucking time we start experimenting with hot dog buns. They've been the same for 100 years.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus.
You all
Okay,
right?
right?
Yeah.
Get choked
Fucking,
up.
yeah. Wrong pipe almost. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they've been experimenting with the ingredients in hot dogs for years.
Right,
I
but
feel
not the
like-
bun.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing we've done different is a pretzel bun. That's it.
Right.
What is the ingredients list of on a package of hot dogs? Because isn't it just a combination of a bunch of stuff?
You don't want to
Yeah.
know how the sausage is
It's
made.
like a dictionary.
Ryan.
Lips and assholes.
Mhm. It's all of the stuff you don't want to eat
Hmm.
is a hot dog.
So
You
we
don't want to see how the sausage is made.
Oh yeah, I do. Lips and assholes. You kidding me?
Great band name. Lips
Yeah.
and assholes.
Think of a fucking Joey Chestnut. He puts 70 plus lips and assholes in his mouth.
Yeah, I can't believe he won last week. It was crazy.
Yeah, he won, and I can't believe our prize picks hit.
First one in a while.
That shit
So
was
we got that.
wild.
yeah.
Crazy.
I hope you guys rode with us.
A lot of hot dogs got eaten.
So yeah, I got that. I got a busy fall, so I'm probably gonna have to block off a couple weeks before and after just to make sure I'm locked and loaded for the judging.
Mhm.
I mean,
Just start practicing walking around the gas station. Just be like 8.
if I could turn this into a career and get paid to judge people. I mean, I'm already doing it as a podcaster, I suppose, but
And you do it silently in your head when you walk by
Mhm.
someone.
Well, I mean, I think like a county fair is a place that you want to shack up at. I feel like there's a lot whether it's like 4-H or
well, that's why I think I said at like carnivals and fairs and shit, the guess your weight thing is just hilarious to me. I'd love to do that.
you ever do them at the truck stops?
Let's do it right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jared, I'd say you want to stand up for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Do a spin for him. Dance.
What's the height? What's the height?
Now I
Jared?
want you to take your sweater and just tuck it tight behind you so I can get a good ocular pat down of the midsection. Like Homer Simpson when he's trying to look
Yeah.
skinny. Yeah, like
That.
yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say do you know your weight?
Yeah.
Or roughly?
5 pound range.
Okay, I got 5 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you're 218.
Nope.
Higher? 242. Wow. Somewhere in between there.
Yeah.
All right, you won. You get a fucking
Here's your stuffed teddy bear.
how much did you weigh?
It's like 228 right now.
I almost said 228.
What you say 218? Did you say
I
218?
said 218.
Yeah,
I switched it last minute.
That checks out.
So you had it right.
I had it right.
Yeah.
So
10's a very
give me
common
that
number to
teddy
drop
bear
weight
back.
by.
All right, Tyler, stand up.
I know exactly what I weighed. I weighed myself this morning.
Me
Okay,
too.
here we go. Accurate. Yeah, I'm gonna need to
Homer
pull that
Simpson.
shirt tight. There we go. There's the love handles I've been looking for. All right, I'm gonna say you are 217.
Mm-mm.
What are you?
207.
Wow, so
You
you've
were gonna
lost
say
some weight,
207.
though. He's lost weight. I was
Yeah.
going off
Yeah.
of previous knowledge.
Yeah.
Get that teddy bear back.
Yeah, give me that teddy bear back. All right, Ryan.
I even got to stand up.
No, you don't. $1.35.
I knew there was going to be zero legitimate guessing. He actually guessed higher than I thought he was going to say. I thought he was going to go like 115.
It's lower than that? Like
Not even-
106?
Not even close.
Soaking wet.
Dripping wet?
Final guess.
Yeah.
106.
Mm-hmm.
You're 81.6 pounds off.
You're 190 something?
$187
Really?
right now. Twisted Steel sex appeal. No, I'm not a $187. Buck 69.2.
Nice.
So I like to stay in that 69 range.
All right, what do you guys
Sure.
think I am?
I think you told me pretty recently what you weigh.
214.
No, I think you're like 231.
235. Yeah.
Yeah, like 233.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan. That
What-
was really nice of you.
Yeah.
He did that on purpose.
You had mentioned two.
I got, muscle weighs more than fat. So
That's what I'm saying. That's why I can't believe you didn't guess 190.
yeah,
for me.
I'll just say I'm dense. I have
Yeah.
I have density.
Guessing weight is tough
Yeah. That's why it's at the carnival.
Yeah, unless you have a scale,
unless you have a scale
then it's easy.
for reference. I think I jumped on the scale at truck stop one time because I was on a fast and I wanted to see how much weight I had lost. This is like, I don't know, 10 years ago. But I don't know, I thought it was pretty accurate. It said I had lost like 58 pounds in the last 2 weeks. So
Wait, I'm confused.
they're not accurate at all.
Oh, got it.
Yeah.
So you were actually 106.
Yeah.
Teddy bear bag.
I think one of the funniest, not the funniest, a funny thing in dodgeball when he tells him to turn up the weight on the scales in the locker room at Global Gym.
to make them feel
everyone
worse
feel
about
like,
themselves.
oh,
Yeah.
That's a
That
good
is some
one.
psychological warfare.
Yeah, it is.
White Goodman is an all-time character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Jared, you told me you have a little segment for us, and
Yep.
it is called "Would you go to the restaurant?"
Yep. So I'm just gonna show you this website, and there's a little video too, but it's not a very good one. So would you go to this restaurant?
All right, it is called what does it say? Blackout.
Mm-hmm.
Dining in the dark.
I'm gonna play this video for you. It's just like 30 seconds.
This is how it works.
So just
Well, I was worried about what it would be like to dine in the dark, but you adjust pretty quickly, and then it's kind of nice just to lie on the rotating for some.
I get it.
Yeah.
Also a breeding ground for roofies and
Big time.
and copping fields. The waiters have night vision goggles on.
Yeah. Well, I feel
They're
like
they're just staring at cans
well, I mean, they
the whole time.
they could be butt
They
ass
can be
naked. You wouldn't even know.
Yeah, they're staring at cans guilt free the whole time. What a bunch of pervs. You know, what could go wrong with a Blackout restaurant?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a good idea.
They got some
I
decent
would do this.
Really?
Where is it at?
Vegas.
Fuck. I was gonna say, if it was in Chicago, I'm going to Chicago in a few days, dude. Me and Charlie are gonna try it, but
I mean, I would do it, but I'm not like, we gotta do this.
Mm-hmm. And I heard it's a all vegetarian menu too.
Oh, I'm out.
So probably no cutting with.
why would they
knives or
do
anything.
that? Why would they ruin it?
I don't know. Maybe because you can't tell if your steak's done or not if you get one until you eat it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, so
Give you popcorn.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm on board with trying it and buying into the fact that when you can't see, you now are using your taste buds more, right? They say like if someone goes blind, they can fucking hear better and and feel stuff better. I don't know if that's true.
Daredevil.
Yeah. So I would be in on that. But if you're not going to let me experiment my buds on steak, then what are we doing here? You know?
I get maybe not doing steaks, so you're not giving people steak knives in the dark, but like burgers should be on the table.
Yeah. Yeah. Handheld stuff.
Yeah.
Or steak bites.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of spilled wine and shit.
I'm sure you could get an Impossible burger,
I'm sure, but I'm
maybe an
out.
Impossible steak.
Possible steak.
I would for sure do this. I can't imagine some of the shit that I mean, especially in Las Vegas. You know that people like if you're having an affair. What a great place
Great
to go
place.
It's a great
for an affair.
You just make that your affair date night.
Like
you always go to Blackout.
Your husband or wife could be at the restaurant, and so could you with your affair with your mistress.
That's a great premise for a TV show episode.
This would be the best place possible to go on a blind date.
for sure.
It's quite literally a blind date.
Yeah.
I mean, they think that it's got a 4.4 star rating.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Oh, what's the 1 star say?
Our experience was on
Top one.
February 14th, 2025. And let me tell you,
Holy
God,
shit,
that's
what a
lot.
review.
The server brought out the same course not 1 but 2 times. Okay, that's fine. You just eat double.
Well, rule number 1 is exactly what I said. There's spilled wine all over their table when they got to it.
Number 3, we did not get water until course 3. Well, that's a part. That's in
part
the
of the
rules.
experience.
No, you had that. You just couldn't fucking see it.
Yeah.
It was in front of you. The
How
whole
does she
time.
know she didn't have it?
Yeah.
The server.
It should be I discovered water on course 3.
Number 4, the server hit me when reaching literally over my head to put a plate on the table. Well, it's like
The server could see that was personal.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
well, and that's like it's like you're going to Dick's Last Resort expecting not to get insulted.
That's true. What do you expect?
Fucking idiots. Number 5, we are too late.
I'm waiting for a reviewer to give 1 star, and it just the reviewer's name is Velma, and she's like, I lost my glasses on the ground. Go to the other 1 stars. Blackout. Dining in the dark is definitely a unique experience. The food was not it, especially for the price. Oof. When they say blackout, they mean it. You can't see a thing.
No shit.
It's like again going to play Blackout
Yeah.
Bingo. It's like you wouldn't believe it. No squares left unchecked.
For safety reasons, they don't provide knives, and the food is served just above room temperature so you don't burn yourself. One of the biggest things to note is that you don't see the menu or even know what you're eating until after the experience. You're completely trusting them with every bite.
It's part of the experience.
Well, I just found out everything was vegan, and that probably explains why it tasted the way it did. Ew! The dishes don't follow a theme. One might have Mediterranean flavors, the next might be Hispanic inspired. Portions were small, the flavors were bland, and overall, the food just wasn't worth it.
Are you going there for the food though?
It's the experience.
Honestly.
Is it worth trying once for the novelty? But now that I know that I was actually eating, yeah, we won't be back.
They were right about the portion. Scroll back up, Jared. Look at that dish on the right.
Oh, right here, yeah.
Holy shit!
That's teeny tiny.
Little one
Tiny
crab
plates.
cake.
Had to cancel, didn't even make it there.
Scam, gimmick, vegan food.
Scam, gimmick.
This place tries scamming customers by giving them vegan food the whole time and surprising them after by telling them the mystery food. There's no mystery food. There's no mystery.
The food sucked. Super rude to push fake meat and vegan on paying customers that want real food. Host was rude as hell and had an attitude when we asked for a manager. Server was amazing and only good part of our stay. Portions tiny. Vegan food still isn't worth the cost.
In a tiny mini ball.
That's great. I mean, hey, that's great though because if you're-
Instantly went to the steakhouse and had the largest steak just to stick it to Blackout. There's a lot of 1-star reviews. Go
Yeah, there
down.
is.
Yeah.
No alcoholic drinks.
didn't the first gal say that
was
they only brought
wine.
one thing of rosé
Yeah,
out?
I don't know.
That was 5 years ago. They definitely added it because they were losing money.
They're in the black.
Also, you can't have a restaurant called Blackout and not have booze there.
Every yeah, it's
You know.
true. Every one of these 1-star reviews says the food was horseshit.
Yeah, I mean, you should have spent a little more time
Yeah.
being a restaurant on the food.
Not a bad job though. If you're a server there and you're having a bad day and you just feel like taking it out on the customers. I mean, how's the manager gonna know who was a dick to the customers
Dude,
that day?
Every
True.
time a customer makes a shitty comment, there's so many silent middle fingers right to the
Oh,
customer's
yeah.
face.
Yeah,
Or if you're like a chick and a server, you don't have to do your makeup or anything.
Yeah, that's nice.
yeah. You can
Um,
show up in your jammies.
What was I gonna say? Fuck. I hate that. Yeah. YouTubers should do it. This is like, I'm not into necessarily public pranks that affect other people's lives, but
But
a YouTuber that does pranks should go to Blackout and just like be like, oh, I can't see anything, and like whip out their phone flashlight every time like a new course comes and tells everyone what it is.
You just see
Just
some
like,
Well, I think they take your phones, is what the one said. You have to
Oh my
lock your phone away.
God.
yeah, it's like a comedy show.
you turn your
Take a headlamp out of your
Yeah.
pocket, put it on your head.
Or you bring like your own night vision goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just like immediately when you get in there, just be like, yeah, I'm scared of the dark, so can I plug in this night light?
I'm a nightlight
You
kid.
just see some guys. Yeah, I won't say that. Better not say.
What?
You just see some guy speed jerking in the corner when you turn your flashlight on.
It's all vegan food, no meat.
Put your meat away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
I said I shouldn't say it. You guys made me say it. So
Yeah, that's true.
go back to their website once. Go up. Go to the events in the dark. I would love to know what kind of events are in the dark. Girls' night out and bachelorette parties, corporate outing. Can you imagine?
Oh my god.
You're a cube field warrior. You're there to get a paycheck. They make you go to Vegas on this corporate retreat, and they tell you you're gonna dine at Blackout in the dark and eat vegan food.
and you're on like a 30-day carnivore diet. You're on day,
Also,
like 15.
I can't think of a good way to connect with your old relatives, like having a family reunion.
Yeah,
at
no
Blackout.
shit.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to see your cousins that you didn't want to see though.
That's true. You could avoid all the shitty relatives.
You could just like go hide in the corner.
Yeah.
What other events do they got?
Birthday parties. Yeah.
We should have Christmas party there this next year.
Yeah, like I don't show up and say, "No, I was there. I was there." You guys didn't see me.
But don't think this is a Vegas trip. We're gonna be in and out.
We fly there for an afternoon.
Go to Blackout and head home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So if they host birthday parties there, I'm assuming they don't light candles.
Yeah.
Great
Can't
point.
light candles.
It's a great point.
After further review, I'm out.
Well, I would like to try it just for the roast.
Yeah.
They don't have that there.
Fuck. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we could do that in the dark room. Let's have lunch one day in the dark room,
Yeah, it's quite literally pitch black in there.
and everyone is required to bring a hors d'oeuvre or meal for everyone to try. We don't know what we're eating.
just a potluck, and well, somebody needs night vision goggles to be the server.
That is true.
We'll have Ann do it. Ann
Okay.
can be the server.
Yeah, we could get some night vision goggles on TikTok shop.
I'll get a
They got some good ones
babysitter
on
for
there.
the afternoon. We can leave him at home, and we can do it right.
Okay,
And then after we play Blackout dodgeball.
Yeah,
that would be kind of fun.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good time.
Or we could do Roman candle wars.
Yeah.
In the
It's just
dark room.
quiet, but you should click, 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 trying to start the lighter.
Yeah.
Because it gets pretty dark in there, right?
It's I mean the only light that gets in is underneath is the crack under the
Yeah,
door.
we could shove a towel under
Yeah,
there.
we can yeah.
I've done that before.
Yeah, it's pitch black.
All right, let's try it. Let's do a lunch day in July sometime.
Okay.
We'll
It's
have-
pretty fucking hot in there though, so we might need to get like a
That's part of the dining
Cooling
experience. Part of the experience.
Can we
Hot
all
as
just
fuck.
promise not to poison each other?
Well,
Just bring absolute terrible shit.
did you actually think we were gonna poison
No,
each other?
but
Tom? I
what do
felt
you
like
plan
that
on-
needed to go. Are you thinking about poisoning me?
No,
I didn't.
I don't
think
truly mean poison.
I don't think anyone was thinking about poisoning someone until you just brought that up.
Just don't bring fucking lutefisk. or
No, we'll
something.
get allergies
Lutefisk.
beforehand. Like we're not gonna
Yeah,
be serving
yeah.
peanut butter to anyone.
No, I
you
mean
know?
like really gross shit. Like don't bring lutefisk.
No, because we have to
Well,
eat it too.
yeah, yeah.
I thought we were serving each other. He just said we're
Well,
bringing
well,
meals for other people.
We'll just get a good lunch food. That's what we'll do.
Okay.
One person will bring hot dogs, the other can bring chips, the other can bring potato salad, the
Can I-
other can bring a fruit salad.
I'll be the guy in charge of plates
You'll bring hot dogs and you'll cook them right.
in the microwave
Yeah, we're gonna need someone to cook stuff on the grill
in the
And
dark.
The rest
In
of
the
us are
dark.
busy that day.
Yep.
We could have you monitor a couple pizzas in the pizza oven
Mhm.
too.
And I'll give them to you in the dark, and I'll burn your fucking tongue off.
Well, yeah, I mean,
The pizza will be black anyway, so I won't be able to see that.
Yeah.
You still won't be able to see the
oh,
pizza.
Tyler, I see you went with the theme of the dinner. The pizza's also black.
How will you see it?
Oh, my phone flashlight out.
Mm.
Just me though.
Yeah, I mean the real issue with this is we don't have access to night vision goggles.
TikTok shop. There's a couple.
They
pairs
are
of-
on there.
Yeah.
Timu.
Yeah, Tamu.
They're probably not very good.
We don't even be good.
No,
we just need it to work.
They got crazy good reviews.
Military
They're
grade.
like $25. Yeah. I've been thinking about getting a pair for my backyard.
Imagine if we had these when we were a kid. Better. We have them when we're 30.
Mhm.
40.
Yeah.
No, we're 30.
Tyler, we're in our 30s, dude.
I feel 40.
Did you think you were 40?
No, I was correcting you on the movie quote. Let's not fucking start today.
What movie quote?
It's from Step Brothers.
Oh, I'm not a movie quote guy. You know that.
I think the best is about this luncheon that that we're gonna have is that it's chirping guilt free. Like you can't read the room. Like you know, if you start talking shit to someone, you can usually see when you've gone too far. You won't have that.
Yeah, but you don't want to get your hands on you though. You gotta be stealthy. You gotta be moving around if you're talking shit. Because if they get your no one's gonna know that. Like you know, I could be in a fucking headlock in the corner.
Silent headlock.
Yeah.
We could do a Patreon episode of The Dark. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, yeah, we should just make the Patreon episode the luncheon.
Yeah.
You know what we could do? We could just record a normal episode and just post the audio. Be like, it's in the dark. It was dark the whole time.
Okay, so let's do this. We'll do the luncheon. Myles, if you can spell luncheon.
LUNCHEON.
Got it.
Put it on the calendar.
Yeah.
Put it on the calendar. Hell yeah, I'm excited.
What do you think I was to spell it? LUNCHUN?
No,
Luncheon.
I knew you had it. That's why I gave you the test so we could actually do it.
I will be bringing biscuits.
Are they gonna be soggy or?
Is it a bit or are you actually bringing biscuits?
No, I'll bring biscuits. BISQUIQICK. Bisquicks.
A guy has one brain fart in the last decade.
What color are they gonna be?
One brain
Hockey puck
fart.
black.
They don't let me hear the end of it.
I was leading you into that one, Tyler. BEIGE.
Yeah, don't misspell that one.
MISSPELL.
Dining in the dark. Yeah. The blackout luncheon.
I like that.
It is kind of nice that we do have a built-in blackout room.
We just open a restaurant in that room. You know.
We could start booking it out for girls' night outs, bachelor parties, corporate outings, and family reunions.
Yeah.
We will be doing a team building exercise though.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't want to break fire code though. We gotta see what maximum capacity is in there because we don't want them coming back.
Well, no, I'm buying
buying
us some leeway
Yeah.
by
After
doing the mustache. It's full circle here. We'll be good. We'll go capacity.
capacity was only 3 before Myles agreed to do the mustache, and now it's 10
Yeah.
somehow.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta get that list going. I mean, one of the things on the list is that panel on the
Oh,
drop
that's
ceiling.
easy
That's
peasy.
just
Tyler,
gotta-
do that right now.
I can't reach that.
While we
just
take
has
a
to-
break, do that.
How?
You just stand
Use some fucking problem solving skills. What do you mean?
We don't have a
There's
ladder.
ladders in the warehouse. There's a table right there. You got two buddies here that can hoist you up.
I'm not getting
There's
on your
sticks
shoulders.
laying around. There's probably a ball you can throw at it.
I'll get the ball and just start hucking it up there.
There's gotta be a baseball bat over here.
Yeah.
We
got
do have
options.
a bat.
We have fishing rod.
I'm going to borrow that bat for the Wiffle Ball World Series and just crack the ball.
You're not gonna want that bat. It's way too heavy for how fast those guys are gonna be throwing.
I was told that they were going to take it easy.
I think it's gentlemen. I don't know. We might be walking into a fucking pit viper.
Yes.
What does that mean?
They might be throwing heat and we can't hit shit.
Heat with
Gotcha.
like 2 feet of movement on
We're
it.
going
from
1, 2,
30
3
feet.
every inning then.
Yeah. We're just only bunting with our eyes closed and hope they accidentally hit the bat.
You're just
Go like
swinging.
this.
It's gonna be like a blackout luncheon in their head. Their eyes
Yep.
closed.
Blackout baseball.
We should do blackout dodgeball.
We should.
Is we in that room? So just close quarters for dodgeball. I'm wearing a nut cup.
Well, I'm wearing a hockey helmet. Full face cage.
Dude, what we should do is we should start doing activities in the dark room and use my kid's monitor.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
it's got the night vision
Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
monitor. We can put the monitors in the corners of the room so the patrons will be able to see what
That's
we're
a
doing.
great idea.
But we will not.
Yep,
That's a great idea.
And it's way better to not do it blindfolded. It's way better to do it in the
Mhm.
dark.
Big time, yeah. Yeah. Because like you're still gonna have your eyes to try and capture any bit of light coming in, but you can't see anything.
Hey, we should make our own. We should have We should have Ann make an escape room for us in the dark.
That'd be sick. That'd be sick.
I got to learn Braille ASAP.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be disaster.
That would be kind of fun.
Like she leaves a clue with words on it, and we're just like fucking. Oh god.
Try to light a fire in there, get any sort of light.
Yeah, any sort of clue with words would have to be like one of those greeting cards where you open it up and like starts playing a song and have to
Mhm.
actually start playing. I think they do like children's books like that too.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do an all dark thing for Squid Games.
I know.
Bad TV.
The spoiler alert: they don't have a complete blackout.
episode.
I'm on episode 2 of the new season, so no
Well,
spoilers.
I'm almost done.
Don't. Yeah.
You guys like it? I got to start it.
It's better than season 2.
Is it
I think so.
good? Okay.
Isn't it still season 2?
It's
Season-
technically
season
season.
2, part 2.
It's technically season 3.
Got it.
Spoiler alert.
How is that a spoiler?
All right, let's take a break. How about boys?
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, boys. So this weekend, I have a surprise retirement party for my buddy who's in the NFL. Connor, he was on this podcast at one point. He retired. It's a surprise retirement party that when I was with him last weekend, he was talking about the party. So
just a party
it's
now.
now just a party.
Oh yeah, so no.
I was gonna say you can't be talking about it.
No, it's the jig is up. It's over. It's just a party at this point.
Okay.
But it is going to be probably, I'm trying to think, probably since my bachelor party, it's the most organized drinking event that I will be attending.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And I got married in 20.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
23.
Got it.
2023 is when I got married.
Sweating.
Sweating.
Tried to throw you off the trail there.
I got married in 2023. So I am about over 2 years now out of practice of organized drinking, pre-planned organized drinking events that are larger than 2 to 3 buddies.
Yep.
There's supposed to be 18 guys.
Holy shit.
Now, I don't think everyone's going to show up. You guys know how it works.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that even if
there's 12, we can all agree. And there's going to be no women at this thing. So it's just going to be bachelor weekend for retirement party. And I think we can agree at 12 is still a lot.
Yes.
Big time.
It's a lot to deal with. But if all 18 show up, it's going to be mayhem. And so as a guy in his 30s, what do you guys think are some techniques I should deploy knowing that I'm past my drinking prime?
Oh, so this last weekend I was in a golf scramble and we drank from 10 o'clock in the morning till 2 in the morning. And
This is right up my alley. So how'd it go?
not good.
Yeah.
So I was just about to bow out on the advice because I did not do myself.
Well,
any
it's a great
favor.
learning experience.
Yes.
You know, what did you do?
Well, I didn't eat lunch.
Okay. So eat.
Eat some food. I was pretty tired in the afternoon and had the opportunity to go take a nap and didn't.
Okay.
I should have.
Okay. So potential naps.
I had plenty
That'd
of
be
people
tough.
there that could have told them to wake me up in a couple hours too. So if I was by myself, that would have just been the end of the night.
Yeah.
God, don't start with the hard stuff.
Yep.
Beer before liquor.
Never been sicker.
Oh, wait. You
Liquor
said don't
before
start.
beer in the clear.
Yep.
Yeah, but you said don't start with the hard stuff.
Yeah, maybe just don't touch the hard stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
If you have to cheat in a drinking game so you don't have to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have to.
It's like,
Also, don't be a pussy though. You don't want to get caught. Throwing a shot over your shoulder.
Yeah,
Then
that
they'll
would
kick
be,
you out.
that'd
Then
be
there would be
lame.
11 guys at the retirement party. We had to
Let's
retire
just-
one guy at this party because he's a pussy.
Dude,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and like that's the tough part is this is going to be a testosterone ego-filled
Yeah.
weekend of lots of guys that are gonna be calling people pussies for not
Yeah.
participating.
That
So
type of crowd.
I think there's no way. The only way is through at this point.
Yeah.
I think I know this is typically not you, but if you got to throw up, just do it.
Okay.
Like people they'll make fun of you for half an hour, but if you rally hard, they'll respect you
Yeah.
more.
So this is actually kind of smart. Maybe planned puking.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what so like you get ahead of it. So essentially you're like, oh, I'm gonna slam, 4 beers right now. You do it, then go puke. They're like, wow, he's drunk. And you're like, ha ha ha. I puked up all that beer I just drank before it even got into my system.
Yeah, that's a good
So
point.
therefore I'm feeling great.
And now you guys think I'm cool because I didn't give up.
And I rallied, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. If you can have like 2 or 3 rallies in a day, people are gonna be like, that guy just doesn't fucking stop.
You
He's
could
a fucking animal.
shotgun a 30 rack
Every
straight.
time he shotguns 3 beers, he goes and throws up and rallies.
And you're stone cold sober because alcohol hasn't had
After-
one opportunity to soak in.
Just only shotgun beers the whole day and throw up after every one.
Your poor stomach lining would just be
You'd be
non-existent.
exhausted.
My ribs are just fucking shot.
You'd have so many stitches in your side.
You'd have such a six pack on the
You-
beach, though.
You would have a 6-pack.
I'm on the planned puking diet, which is you got to pay more for that one.
One piece of advice I'd have for you is don't mix any of the devil's lettuce in there. And I don't know this by experience, but my buddies used to do that, and they were guaranteed. They look like a ghost essentially.
It's a one-way ticket to blacking out.
Correct. Yeah, it's a one-way ticket to feeling like absolute shit.
I mean, if you are gonna do it right before you go to sleep,
Yeah, that sounds great. That does sound great.
then you'll get good sleep.
Will you though?
Oh yeah.
I don't think you will. My college buddies would say different.
No, I would personally, like if I'm in a
If
state.
you were shit faced and then say you took a rip of a joint, whatever they call it.
It helps me, and I genuinely feel better the next morning.
Really?
Helps with the head.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter.
I got an idea. So there's always a guy I don't know. This is probably more college, but there used to always be a guy with a backpack full of beer who just wear it around the house all the time.
Be the backpack guy.
Yes, and you have to wear a long sleeve shirt, and you put a Camelback of water inside the backpack. So like when you're hydrating, you just go like this, put the straw up your sleeve, so you stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Okay, you're hiding it. I thought you just wanted him to have a Camelback of water, and I'm like, that's the worst idea I've ever heard.
It's
Jake.
inside the
You get
backpack.
called
Yeah,
a
that's
pussy.
good.
You
That's
get called a
good.
pussy.
No, I like the hiding it. The hiding is
Yes.
good.
It's like the kid in high school who'd run his headphones cord down his sleeve, and then he'd
Exactly.
like
Class.
listening to like fucking Baby Bash, Cyclone by Baby Bash.
Hollywood Undead in
Yeah.
10th grade.
Mhm.
Getting ready for the dance that night.
Those are all good suggestions. I would like to get heavily intoxicated though.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think
no,
you
no.
will.
I, think-
You will.
Yeah.
I genuinely think the puking thing is actually pretty good advice. Just do it if you gotta.
Yeah. I think, yeah. 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 It's kind of one of those situations that I'm gonna get there and just feel it out.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and don't feel like you got to go beer for beer with these guys. I mean,
There's some big dudes.
I
in
was-
this.
yes, I was gonna say, yeah,
there's
they're-
some guys that can put them down.
2-to-1 ratio is not a bad thing.
You could just buy Walmart beers. Those are only
3
like,
2s.
Yeah, then the fucking that information leaks out, and next thing you know, you're
You're drinking 3-2 beer. You
they
pussy.
shove you in a closet, all tied up. You know, You're like,
Miles is acting like these guys, if he doesn't drink with them, is gonna give him a fucking swirly.
Yeah, yeah. Shove in
Great time to
water.
puke.
well,
though.
no, I am going to drink with them. I'm just also trying not to die. You know,
Just do it, and you'll
No,
be.
I th-
it's one day of suffering, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think you still got it in you.
yeah. Well, is maybe I'm trying to do the classic downplay.
Yeah.
you know?
You're Toby Keith. You're not as good as you once was, but you could be
That is
as good once as you ever
That
was.
is
Yeah.
exactly how I feel about the weekend.
Yeah, you're not like Shaq on the Celtics.
No, God, no.
So,
that would be
You're like Shaq on the Heat.
no. I'm like
Like
Shaq.
Shaq on Phoenix Suns.
I'm
Shaq on the Cavs. Let's go with.
No.
Shaq in the general commercials.
Shaq
no,
in the
no,
icy
no.
hawk version.
I'm like Tiger winning the 2019 Masters.
That's a good. That's a
okay.
good way to put
Yep.
it.
Like, come on, guys. I'm not fucking Shaquille O'Neal.
Don't get
I
a
can make a
Dewey
free
after like Tiger.
Yeah, there will be no driving. No, I think it's gonna be fun. I was just saying it's just gonna be. I think there's gonna be bullets flying left and right, and I'm just gonna have to make sure to keep my head on a swivel. And I think it's one of those things. Once you get to be my age at 32 years old, it's when you're younger, you're participating in everything going on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
These guys want a shotgun a beer. These guys want to take a shot. These guys found Jello shots in the fridge. Hey, we're gonna bet a beer on this, whatever. At 32, you're picking and choosing which game you want
Mhm.
to play,
Yeah.
and that's I think mostly what I'm gonna be doing. And I'll report back on how that went.
Could you give us a live update like 8 hours in?
Yeah, and it just turns into me and in fucking zooming in from Mexico.
Mexico.
I'm a little nervous they're gonna want to drink in the water. I think that's if I can stay land ho, then I might be all right.
Just stay dry as long as possible, and then once you're in, you're in.
Yeah, it literally make up that I like just am too nervous to take my shirt off, so I don't want to go in the water.
And then they'd be like, "You could be the weird T-shirt in the lake guy."
Yeah, and then it backfires, and you're getting made fun of more for that than if you just got too drunk in the water. And you're like, God, it was not a good plan whatsoever. I got weird nipples. I'm not
Canadian
into it.
bacon.
Yeah, like you know, like a dinner platter. It's similar.
Yeah, I got an Audi belly button.
The big hole in this plan is it's your childhood best friend's party who's for sure swam with you 1,000 times.
Clearly last weekend.
Yeah.
I got a bad rash on my nipples.
Yeah, I just ran a mile for time.
Yeah, I got swimmer's itch. I don't want to pass it on to you guys.
Super contagious, but only when you're in water together.
Yeah. Yeah, only when you have your shirt off is it contagious.
I heard there's muscle zebras in that lake.
No, so I would say I'm probably gonna know like half of the guys too, and so I think I'm gonna try and just not get people riled up, but just I'm gonna be the guy egging people on. I'm gonna try and do a lot of egging going on, and if I actually egg something, that's just what happens. But
Yeah, as long as you're not if you're egging and not getting egged, then I think it's a good situation.
like if you don't think if one guy starts calling another guy a pussy for not shotgunning beer, if I'm not, I may chime in.
Yeah, you have to.
You know,
Especially if you don't know the guy. Yeah, if you don't know the guy, you have to chime in.
Myles is the opposite of a hostage negotiator. He's like, if you don't give me this money, I'll kill some of these people. Do you hear what he said? He said he's going to kill some people. Shouldn't you kill some people?
Yeah. Yeah, and that being said, probably next podcast when I report back, I'll be like, yeah, it was a chill weekend. Everyone's 32 and has kids, and so we had 10 beers throughout the day, and
we went fishing. We
went
did good.
fishing. Yeah, it was
Lights up by 8.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we played golf. We didn't play a full 18, just 9 because we had a busy afternoon.
Yeah,
Everyone's pretty tired.
Billy, he's a good guy. He helped put sunscreen on my back.
Yeah, it's good. And then we played.
Multiple reapplications.
We did stay up pretty late. We were playing Settlers of Catan till 11:30.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, they try to get Dungeons and Dragons going at 11:30.
Well, you need to have a pretty experienced DM to handle 16
Yeah.
guys on a
that
one
was
shot.
Very ignorant of you to whip that out, Ryan. Come on, Ryan. But yeah, it'll be fun. Thanks for the advice. I think I will. I mean, this is also like a high school buddy. So it's like, and other high school buddies. It's just it's gonna turn into the weekend of associative aggression. There's just no way it ends well.
Degenerate Myles.
Yeah. Just drink a lot of water. Don't hold back on the beers.
I have to get my hands on a Segway.
Don't be a pussy. Just start drinking the second you wake up and don't stop until you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. It's a really good idea.
Drunk text your wife if she's up at 4 a.m. She'll love it.
She's the most worried about it.
Yeah.
Because it's been a long time since I've really gotten way too drunk to where she was concerned about me. But the fact that she has had that scenario, she thinks that there's a demon inside me that's going to come out at some point.
I think the closest I've seen in person would have been circa 2023, small town South Dakota Hoots Bar and Grill.
Really? Because it's Green Bay.
I balanced
what Charlie said. I got so drunk in Green Bay. At Lambeau, I turned my life around. It's like the defining last moment.
Well, there was a lot.
I bailed before you were too dark.
Yeah, I was there. It was a good night.
Hey, you were there.
I was there.
The most impressive thing, we put on a clinic the night before for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was a whole weekend thing. Jared met Ginger Jesus.
Yeah.
I got a lot of pictures of Jared in the wild from that weekend.
Me too.
Jared was in the wild. You wild man.
That was fun.
So yeah, be good.
Well, good
be
luck.
Good weekend. Thank you very much. You guys have any if you guys picked up on any new drinking terms or terminology that I can share with the fellas to get the people going?
Tip one back.
Okay, tip one
That's
back.
good.
Yes, you guys like beers? You guys like slamming beers?
Yeah.
You guys like beers?
Brewskis?
I saw one lately that the guy kept calling beers cold ones.
That's
So I
cool.
might try and make that a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know though.
I like that. An actual one. The Canadians, you don't get shit faced or you don't get fucked up. You get pissed.
Yeah.
Bring
I'll
a
get pissed.
bring a Borg with. Have you seen those Borgs?
Oh, like just a water jug or like a gallon jug of milk. And just carry that around all day and like have all the guys sign it like a cast.
I've never seen that before.
So
What
kids
is
these
it?
days, they're all worried about getting roofied, right? That's the thing. Apparently the roofing is running rampant with
It's through the roof.
the youths. And so what they have started doing is everyone just gets like a gallon jug that used to have water in it and they mix their own drink in it and they just drink out of that you show up with your
Dude.
pre-mixed drink so you're not getting roofied.
We did that, but not because of roofies. We just called it Mega Mix Monday.
Yeah.
And so we would have,
They didn't
Monday
invent
for
this. They
classic
just,
Yeah.
Monday.
well, we had no classes on Tuesdays.
Wait,
what is it? Why is it Borg? Why is that?
It's an acronym. I forget what it is. It's like Blackout. I'll
Or
look it up real quick.
Could you just
Blackout
get your,
roofie guard,
Couldn't you just get your Borg roofied?
baby.
I mean, it's like,
It's probably like one of those pull top deals, or is it an actual milk jug?
pull it up. Just pull it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I think anything with anything with an opening that has liquid in it can get roofied.
Blackout Rage Gallon.
Jesus.
Why did it come? There's no O.
Blackout.
Ah,
Yeah, see, it was right there. Let's go
Yeah.
to the images, Jared. There you go.
Gonna get a Borg going.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I gotta. I mean, that actually would be pretty fun. Saturday morning, just out of the bed of my truck, just pull out 18 gallons of empty jugs
yeah. You,
and tell everyone we're borging today.
you just do a full gallon of Windsor Diet.
Yeah,
Go to town.
yeah.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could bring a big cooler to make a.
But
make
doesn't
a
it
batch
get
of jungle
warm?
juice.
I'm sure it does.
Oh, it's got to get warm.
Mm-hmm.
So what are they doing?
I don't know. Can't
Fucking-
afford ice.
Fucking dumbass kids.
Yeah, if they're smart, they just have a bucket of ice and everyone sets their Borg and then we're not drinking it and then walks away.
Yeah. But you always have one person monitoring.
One
the
person
boards,
monitoring it,
you
and
know?
you
Usually
want the
a
guy.
guy-
You want the guy to be your sketchiest friend
Usually, a guy you can't
because you don't want anyone to mess with the Borg. So get the sketchiest guy there
Mhm.
that's maybe into drugs and violence,
trust. Yeah.
No one's gonna want to be around him.
and then
Problem solved.
no, I like that for the youths. You know,
Mm-hmm.
If that was popular when I was in college, I probably would have borged.
it would have been very
For
fun.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably would have been the kid who would walk by you and knocked it out of your hand.
Getting borged, like getting booked. Yeah, maybe I'll try to get the fellas in on borging this weekend.
Whatever happened to just tapping the top of someone's beer bottle? I mean, that's
Yeah, I'll maybe bring that back. this
maybe got to bring
weekend.
that back.
That's a
this
really
weekend.
pick the biggest guy and then bottle tap him immediately.
Yeah, and then just run.
Then,
That is kind of a fun game. Like, if you can find the scariest guy in the room and figure out a way to razz him enough, but first you make him like you, and then you razz him more than other people would razz him, and then he doesn't kick your ass is like a badge of honor.
Yeah, well, you,
You know
you
what
let
I
him
mean?
give you shit first,
Yeah.
so then it's kind of like it's a friendly back and forth.
Mhm.
And then you can toe the line a little bit, but he likes you, so there's no crossing it.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's fine.
I don't know what I'm walking into. I act like this is gonna be spring break 2014, and it's probably just gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll report back.
All right.
Where do I even get 18 empty gallon jugs?
Good question.
recycling center.
Yeah. Spend the evening at the recycling center. I'll call Dave. He'll know where all the good dumpsters are.
You'll
He
know where all the
probably
good
has
Borgs
some
are.
jugs empty for you.
Piss jugs, baby.
Piss jugs.
Yeah.
and he'll probably send me a video of him pissing in the jug.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I got one patron thing.
you got a patron question?
Yeah.
Let's hear it, Jared.
Eaton Beaver. I've been watching YBR all the way through, but in reverse. Around episode 250, I was bored waiting for the next one to come out. So I started watching 249, 248, so on and so forth. The most interesting thing I found about this process of watching YBR is going back in time and watching everyone regress as people. Myles gets fatter and becomes more of an asshole.
Well, this is good. This is good for us. Yeah.
Ryan becomes squirrelier and more of a hardo. Tyler becomes less funny, and Jared gets quieter.
That's actually crazy.
That's the best compliment we could have gotten all day.
Yeah.
And then I'm currently on episode 150 of the main podcast and episode 30 of the Patreon. Do you guys have a least favorite episode besides the Bird Box episode?
Probably episode 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what episode it was, but we realized like halfway through, it was one of those where we did like a top 3, and we realized we had already done that exact same top 3 before.
That's a tough look for the
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah. Still here though.
Yep.
I save the squirreliness for Patreon these days.
That's true.
It's kind of how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
You did say on this episode that there would be a guy speed jacking it in the corner.
Well, you'll get. I mean, you get glimpses of it, not the guy in the corner,
did
but
preface
glimpses
that
of
you
my
didn't wanna say
squirreliness.
it.
Huh?
You did preface that, like you
I
don't
did,
wanna
and
say
then they were like, "Well, what are you talking about?" I'm like, "Okay, well, I got to say it now." You know. So I check myself on the regular episode, whereas Patreon, I don't check anything. I check myself into this room, and that's it.
I just have never heard that. I'm going to use speed jacking this weekend. See if it gets a big laugh.
Yeah. When somebody asks for the biggest guy, that big guy that you pick out as your target.
Where's he at? Yeah, he's speed jacking it in the corner.
I'm down in that warehouse.
You can start calling him Machine Jerk Kelly.
Spend a lot of time by myself down in that warehouse.
We know.
Speed jerking it in the corner. Speed jerking it in the air compressor room.
I don't know if I want to do this dark room dinner anymore.
We'll have to get things cleaned up before we can actually do the luncheon. Maybe see if the cleaning lady's got a little extra time on her hands to clean that room.
Oh. Yeah. We reposted an old video the other day when I was fatter, and some guy commented, said he was concerned about me because it looked like I had gained weight. He'd say he doesn't want me to go down a dark path. It's like, sir, I came from the dark path. I was born in the darkness.
No, you should have just been like, thank you for your concern. I will shed some pounds. And then we post just another video the next week.
Just
I'm going to do a 72-hour fast. That's from
lose
Patreon
60 pounds.
joke.
Yeah. So
Oh, that's a big compliment.
Interesting.
I am less of an asshole and I'm skinnier.
Mhm.
I'll take that. I will take that. I think that's what life's about.
Mhm.
Get skinnier and don't be such an ass.
yeah.
I have one fun fact dish. I didn't fact check this one, so Tommy Chong and Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort shared a cell while in prison. Chong is the one who encouraged him to write about his experiences, which then in turn to his critically acclaimed movie of the same name.
Wait, so like Tommy Chong from Cheech and Chong?
Correct.
No shit.
Is it Chung or Chong?
Chong.
It's Chong.
Okay. So I thought you said Chung.
That's kind of cool.
Interesting. What was
That's
he in
kinda
for?
Cool, man.
Tommy Chong?
Yeah.
I'm assuming marijuana.
It's a pretty good guess. We look it up. It's tax fraud.
Just speed jerking it in public.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that I can't see a world where he's in for marijuana in the same cell as Jordan Belfort, who, the charges that he had against him, it just don't seem like they should be in the same spot.
Like,
Anyway,
they're both.
we didn't fact check though, so we'll just go with it. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. This is a fun statement we decided because it's not fact checked, so we can't. We're an integrity podcast, and we just can't be putting facts on things that aren't confirmed facts.
Right. Yeah. Accountability.
It was a fun hearsay.
Yep, I heard some today.
Yeah. All right. Well, is that it, boys?
Think so.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the You Betcha Radio podcast. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Love you.
You betcha, yeah.
Yeah.
Just found out I'm a confirmed first-time sex haver.
Hell yeah, Finn.
Congrats.
It was a blast, but gonna need some dad tips.
The sex was a blast.
Sure was.
This is kind of a weird one. When you go to the hospital, if you're doing a home birth, this probably doesn't apply. Probably.
Yeah, so just fast forward if you're doing a
if
home
anyone
birth.
is doing a home birth, fast forward this next piece of advice. You go to the hospital, it's going to be a shock at first, right? And it also depends on the situation. You know, I think Ryan, he just shows up to the hospital, they tag his arm and they leave with the baby is about how it goes for you guys. That's how quick you guys are at having kids.
Yeah, we just set a record this last one to 30 hours in and out.
Coffee's still warm.
Coffee's still warm.
Yeah, you put that in a tumbler, your coffee's not even getting
No.
cold.
I didn't even have time to eat in the little kitchen.
Yeah,
kitchenette.
so you guys are in and out. So again, if you're like Ryan and you're just planning on pumping them in and out,
That's how he got in this
Thankfully.
mess in the first
Yeah.
place.
Thankfully.
you can fast forward through this as well. Now, for the rest of you normal people like me, and maybe Tyler, I don't know, there's going to be a moment after you check in, there's going to be some contracting going on. And then if you're a natural person, you don't want to do an epidural, fast forward to this. This won't apply.
Yep.
All right. So now that I have the correct audience here,
It's all four of you.
there's going to be a time after the epidural and before labor starts that is going to be your last moment of bliss before you have someone that you're responsible for life.
Quite literally the calm before the storm.
It's quite literally when you're in that moment, just recognize it and just enjoy it. And I'm not saying that it gets bad after that. It's just different after that.
Uh-huh.
Big time. Yeah.
It's like you're like, there's this veil of responsibility over everything you do after that moment. But up until then, just remember that this is your last moment of bliss because the wife's all numbed up. So you're just, she's not in any pain. So she's chilling. Therefore you get to chill. And it's would you agree with me, Tyler?
Yeah, it's like from when the epidural kicks in to right before they start pushes.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's your window. Regardless of how long that ends up being, that's the window.
You got the window.
Yep.
So that's one piece of advice for an expecting dad. What else do you guys got?
Yeah, are we giving does he want post birth of baby or delivery stuff? No, doesn't say.
I think anything you want.
Okay.
This is called this is a town hall meeting about it.
It's open form.
I just saw somebody meme this piece of advice because apparently it's been given 1,000 times, and I'm guilty of doing it. I've told every expecting dad of my friends of mine to buy the zipper jammies instead of the snap jammies. Because when they're mobile and they're kicking and they're squirming and they're flopping, one zip up is a hell of a lot easier than 15 buttons. And then when you get one button wrong, they're all wrong.
Yeah.
And you got to rip it open and start over.
We have one pair of button jammies and they start from the ankle. So there's 8 buttons that go all the way up and around. Tough.
Yeah.
Well, and
You've never seen intense focus until you see a dad trying
You never
to.
seen the tongue like this? Like
yeah, the MJ tongue until you see a dad trying to get button jammies all the way to the top perfectly with a kid who's on the verge of probably squirming off. The
right.
table.
Like,
another good move, they make magnet ones now.
Oh, we have a couple of those.
Pretty nice.
Yep.
are they
That's even
legit?
better than the zipper. 'Cause You
Okay.
just go and they stick together.
Yeah.
That is sweet.
Yeah.
So our last kid, he had a club foot when he was born. So he's got these weird ass snowboard type brace things he's got to wear. So we had to do button jammies because we had to have it so his feet were sticking out and his feet can't stick out in the zip up ones. And I forgot how much harder those are.
Yeah.
They're just a nightmare zone, dude.
That's a good piece of advice.
I got a couple pieces of advice. I would say the first one is pack your hospital bag a week or two before you actually think you need to pack it, because you don't want to be like me on baby number 1 and just pack it trying to get out the door going to the hospital. Get your vices, get the vices ahead of time, put those in your sock drawer, and then buy another, get the vices again so you have that extra stash.
And then don't splurge into the vices before.
No, you can't
Don't
splurge on the vices. If you run out of your original stock, you have to go get new ones. You have to leave the sock drawer ones for a hospital bag.
As far as you're concerned, those tins do not exist
Correct.
until you are leaving for the hospital.
It's like a good S&P mentality.
Yeah, you just
Once that money's in the S&P 500, it is gone. You won't touch it for 30 years.
You won't see it.
and then the other one is make sure you get something in your tummy. If it's early morning, get something in your tummy before you start going like
Can't be the guy
caffeine
that
mode.
faints in the delivery room.
Mm-mm.
God no.
Some toast.
Yeah, the second that you feel one bead of sweat on your forehead, it's all over.
Yeah.
So
You're done.
Yep.
As soon
You are
as
done.
those
Sit
hands
down.
get clammy, you've gone too far.
yes.
No turning back. Yeah, I think my real piece of advice is when you're parenting, just try and be on your phone as least amount as
Mhm.
possible.
Even
That's a
if
great piece
like
of
the
advice.
kids are out playing, one thing I've noticed, like if my kids are playing and I'm not involved with the activity they're doing, they're always looking back to see if I'm watching them play.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then I've caught myself them looking back and I'm looking at my fucking phone scrolling.
And like
stuff.
it's very popular right now in parenting to be like, your kids don't need screen time. I would take it a step further and be like, it matters just as much how much your screen time is
Mhm.
too.
Yeah, I would agree. Because if you think about it, like Tyler, you might have a future memory in 15, 20 years of watching your kids play outside.
Yep.
But if you're on your phone, you're not going to have a memory
Sure,
of
yep.
being on your phone on that day.
No, you could record them
Outside.
on your phone and then watch it 20 years from now.
Well, yeah, that's a different story. Like taking photos and videos of your kids, that's obviously.
I
fine.
just think and obviously you don't have to not be on your phone ever.
Mhm.
But when it's like when you have no reason to not be on your phone, you're signaling to your kid that the phone is more important than them.
It's at least more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So like I literally bought a thing called a brick that locks me out of my phone, and I tap that thing
Yeah, I
when I
gotta
get
get
home,
one of those.
and then I unlock it when I put the kids to bed.
Yep. I like
That's
that.
that's a real piece of parenting advice. So not that our other stuff wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, if you're skipping forward, now is the time that you can return to listening.
Yep.
Sorry, forgot to say that earlier.
I'm also curious if any patrons listen to this like on 1.5 speed or not.
Me too.
Because I'm starting to do that with other podcasts. I'm starting to listen like on 1.5.
Okay, yeah. Toss it in the chat. What time X you're listening to the pod at?
Yeah.
And if we get a majority that's going to 1.5 speed, I'm going to purposely start talking faster on the podcast to really fuck
Yeah,
with
we
them.
can really talk really fast. Jared, what's the next question?
I can't imagine what I sound like on 1.5 speed.
You sound pretty good.
It's pretty easy to find out.
So now they're going to have to play us on 0.5 speed.
I guess I've never even listened to a podcast on 1.5 speed before.
I've tried it. I really don't like it. I can't get into the podcast. I've had to do that.
And if there's anyone
You
listening
said
at
that.
2x speed, there's just no way you're retaining anything.
Not a chance.
It's a flex.
Remember back in the day, we used to mess around and re-listen to our podcast on 0.5 speed, and it just sounded like we were all
Drunk.
hammered.
That's true. Guys, if you want more You Betcha Radio, you got to check out our Patreon. You got to go to patreon.com/YouBetchaRadio or look us up on the app, and we have hundreds of hours of other episodes on there that you can't get unless you're signed up. So you got to check us out on Patreon. You Betcha Radio, baby.